Hi everyone, Vegas from Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to review Gretel and Hansel, starring Sophia, Lillis, Samuel Leakey, Alice Krige, and directed by Perkins. When I saw the trailer for this, I thought, really? Another Hansel and Gretel movie? Okay, it's called Gretel and Hansel. I mean, how many of these are we going to have? Don't get me wrong, I love Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters with Jeremy Renner. I just think that's one of the greatest, fun, contemporary, fantasy, grim fairy tale movies out there. So I was really curious to see where this movie was going to go. And going inside, the movie really surprised me because it's like an art house horror film. Nothing what I expected whatsoever. That's always great on my list, to be totally surprised by a movie, because trailers can lie. They always can. And Sophia Lillis is Hansel and is Gretel. As they go into the woods, the movie starts off as a classic fairy tale, and then that's where it ends, folks. It really does. Because they go into the forest looking for food. They go looking for work. They're looking for anything because they left their home of just utter despair. Nothing there. Just talk about being the poorest kind of peasant you can think of in these woods. And they come across, not a gingerbread house, but they come across Hulda, this evil witch, or whatever she is. I'm not sure. Of course, it's Hansel and Gretel, so it's got to be a witch. And Alice Krige plays this character where it's just the embodiment of evil. It really is. And the movie is so abstract. There are times when there's no dialogue and weird tonalities and the weird music going on. Sometimes I feel like I was in a dream. I really did. So Perkins is just this incredible director who has a great eye. While sometimes the story suffered, it didn't, it seemed like he ran out of things to say and just did a lot of visuals, which it still worked, but I wish the characters were fleshed out a little bit more, because there's a backstory with Gretel, why she's drawn to evil. And of course her little brother is always in peril, always in distress, and her love for her brother is what triumphs overall. So Gretel and Hansel was a total surprise for me. I thought it was just wonderful production design, and it was just the creepiest feeling in a horror film, really. And instead of having these contemporary horror films where people are using an app or killer dolls coming after you with a knife, here we have this kind of like Blair Witch kind of using your imagination. Where is evil? Where does it hide? Where can you find it? And where you least expect it. And I just love the theme of Gretel and Hansel. I really did. And Sophia Lillis is just fantastic. I loved her in it, and now here she really carries this film. She absolutely just hits it home as a woman who is trying to find not only to survive with her little brother, but also just find out who she is, because there's a big spoiler backstory I'm not going to tell you about. So if you look for something really unique and different, if you're a horror film fan, but don't go in there expecting an ABC kind of movie that's going to spoon feed you Gretel and Hansel like the classic story we all know, you'll come away with a real cool sophistication. And this happened when I saw The Witch. This happened when I saw what was the other film? Of course, I'm going blank. Anyway. This is a great time. It really is. Okay, so make sure you check out, if you're a horror film fan, you're going to love Gretel and Hansel.
Is to make him delicious.
All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Check me out on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, make sure you comment below, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. What did you think of Gretel and Hansel? I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.